Taxi Driving Chronicles, Episode 1. We have Oscar Grant Jr. in the building. So you are the father of Oscar Grant III, who in 2009 had his death sparked a worldwide pandemonium, and the police started wearing body cams afterwards.
Yep. They kind of like start wearing them.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning of body cam.
That was the beginning of body cam. But does it work? So they still doing the same thing with body cam or not.
And that was the beginning of Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And that also was the beginning of Black Lives Matter. Which they don't talk about. They try to say George Floyd. No, I don't have nothing against George Floyd, but my son was killed first. His ribs was broke, he was choked. And my son made a statement. He said, please, don't kill me. I got a 4-year-old daughter at home. I want to go home and see her.
Right.
Hello?
Well.
Oh, on the way to the store right quick. I called you and got the car. I'm just going to the check that.
Alright. So, there was a movie created about what happened called Fruitvale Station. Played where your son was actually played by Michael B. Jordan himself. He played Oscar Grant the third.
Yeah.
So his name was Oscar in the film.
Yeah.
Like, he really played your son.
Yeah.
And were you, how did you find out about the film?
Well, I found out a year later that that movie was made through the CDC officers and my son's baby mama sister, my granddaughter's auntie, named Yoli.
Because when it came out, it wasn't everywhere at first. It was in like film festivals or something. But you know what? It did kind of have a big debut, I ain't gonna lie. Because I never heard of Michael B. Jordan before this. And it was big. It was kind of, I don't know. They made a big deal out of the premiere. So it was a year after the film was made where because you're still in prison at this time.
Yeah.
So has anybody contacted you about using your son's name in a film at all?
Nope, ain't nobody ever contacted me. I never even knew, like I said, I never even knew that movie was made until after a year later. And like I say, my granddaughter's auntie called up to Solano prison and talked to the social warden, which was named Miss Young.
Mm-hmm.
And she allowed her to drive up there and bring the video to her and let me look at it.
The film?
Yeah, the Fruitvale Station movie.
Did it cross your mind that, you hadn't approved this at the time, or were you just glad to finally see it, or be like, oh shit, this is the film I heard about, I'm hella glad to see it? Or was it like, was you curious about how they could do something with your name? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did it make you feel?
First of all, I was pissed off, to be honest. Because my son gone, then you make a movie about it. But not only do you make a movie about it, I don't know nothing about it. So yeah, I say, I want to see it, because I want to see what's really going on with this movie now.
Right.
I want to see what kind of bull crap y'all done put together to make it look like whatever's going on in my son's life.
Right.
So when I look at it, I watch it, and I'll say this. They put that movie together. I will say that. They made the world know that Oscar will never be forgotten. But you never did let the world know Oscar had a father. But the whole time playing this movie, you saying Oscar. Now understand, when you say Oscar, you should say Oscar the Third or Junior the Third. Because when you say Oscar, you saying my name. And there was no approval of Oscar Grant Jr. about no Fruitvale Station or nothing else that had to do with my son. Because nobody came in there and talked to me at all. So I'm trying to figure out how is my rights being stripped when it comes to my biological son.
Right. So, real quick, because we did a video right before you went to Texas. And a lot of people commented, I don't know if it was slick, they was probably being slick, when they was like, well, they was referring to money that was not generated from a film, but generated from either OPD or the city of Oakland that was given. Some people think that you were in on that.
No, let's get one thing straight. When it comes to that lawsuit against Bart and my son, thanks to the people who say I didn't exist, I wasn't around, they don't know where I was at, but they did know where I was at. I didn't get a dime for what happened to my son. Not one penny.
And we're talking about
nothing of the lawsuit, period.
Above $2 million was settled for.
And I didn't get not a penny of that above $2 million at all. So for everybody, stop wondering and stop trying to even know about it, because really it's not your business. But to be truthful about it, I ain't getting nothing. But I'm not gonna cry about what I didn't get, because it's not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna bring my son back.
But
my thing is to keep going forward and doing what I'm doing right now, making the world know Oscar Grant III will never be forgotten. Y'all gonna know what you really did at that bar station, January the 1st, 2009.
So, a question that I have as a taxi driver is it a human rights violation to ignore you in this process of settling with the family? And even that's from the state. You expect the state to be anti, but when they make a film about your son, this is the arts now. This ain't the state. This is the arts. This is artistic work. Why do you feel that you haven't been written into the artistic project as a beneficiary?
Why do I feel? Because they don't want me written into it due to money issues. They feel like they would have to give me something.
Yeah, they would have to give you something equivalent to about 0.5%. You know, not even 1 full percent, like 0.5%, and then it would be fair. Like 0.5% in one check, you know, bam. That's equity. Less than 0.5%, I mean, what are we talking about? Then 10% of a percent? You know, 0.5% of some artistic project that didn't have to exist, but it does, and it exists because of your family. And you're the next of kin.
I'm not just the next of kin, I'm his daddy. So that makes things even worse. For everybody else to do what they doing and write me off. Because that's basically what they did, wrote me off. Didn't think I was ever going to get out of prison.
I heard somebody that went to the trials say that there was a point where people was like, he has a dad? We thought his dad was dead. Someone said there was a time where people was like, there was no information, or what was said about you? Was it true that somebody was saying, oh, his dad is dead?
Yeah, they said I was gone. I didn't exist. But I don't know how they can say I don't exist when all you had to do was look it up.
Right.
Because if you went to Alameda County Department, right there at the courthouse, all you had to do was look up Oscar Grant Jr. And they pretty much gonna tell you where I was at. Because they the ones sent me where they sent me. To prison.
Damn.
So it's not like Alameda County didn't know where I was at. It's not like his mama didn't know where I was at.
Or the state.
It's not like everybody else didn't know where I was at. My family, my son, my ex-wife family, everybody knew his daddy was in prison. But when that happened, it's like everybody got quiet. The only people that spoke up about me was my little cousin, my nephew, and my baby sister. And they was pushed aside and told to stay out of it. It's not their problem. Now, how is that? And my son's last name is Grant. So my sister should have been able to say what she had to say and speak her mind about what happened to her nephew. My nephew had the right to say what he had to say and speak about what happened to his cousin. And so did my cousin. She had the right to say what she had to say and speak about her cousin. Because they all lived in the same house when they was young. My son lived in Brookfield until he was like 3 or 4 years old. Him, his mama Wanda, and his sister Shantae. We all had stayed at my great-granny house. And then I went to prison I got locked up in 1985 and went to prison 1985, turning 86. And she was still staying there for a couple of more years and then moved to Hayward back at her mom's house. But also came to see me in prison, was married to me for 12 years, coming on family visits, bringing my son up there to see me. So it's not like I wasn't in my son's life. Me and my son, we was close. We talked a whole lot. There's a lot of things that me and him talked about, and his mama don't even know what we talked about.
So, some people might just jump straight to the comment section and say, if the mama got something, at least the mama got something. What is your response to like, well, what about the people that are just like, well, something was distributed. The mom and the daughter got something.
Yeah, it was, for my granddaughter, she supposed to got something. That's her daddy. But when it comes to me and his mama, I wouldn't care what nobody's comment is. Because my comment is to the ones who makes these negative comments, I bet you your son or your daughter's still living.
People that talk like that?
People that talk all that negative stuff, I bet you your kid's still living. Because if it ain't, you ain't gonna say nothing negative.
Right.
Because it takes two to make a baby, not one. And we both loved our son to death. Both of us loved him.
Right.
So it's not like we didn't love our son. It's not like I didn't love my son. It's not like I didn't care about my son. I had the utmost respect for my son. I know that for a fact. I had 4 illegal cell phones in prison and never got caught with them. So I used to talk to my son on the phone every night.
Man. Well, more for part 2. Huh. Oh. We're gonna bring part 2 to you later on the way back. But yeah, we definitely got some more to talk about.
Oh yeah. Let's see, we got that prison system to talk about. You know, how it is in there of the slavery.
Right.
Of what you work for.
Right. We are back in the Taxi Podcast. So, fast forward to the present day. Well, I guess you get out in 2020?
2019, November.
2019. So you was out for the whole pandemic. Or
yeah.
right at the start of the pandemic.
Right at the start.
So, was that part of the reason you got released, or you did your time?
No, that wasn't part of the reason I got released. I got released because Jerry Brown pushed the bill and passed it. The public passed it. And it brought me back, and they dismissed the charges off.
Okay. So you did a time. So they dismissed the charges.
Yep.
So that means, is that kind of like, saying exoneration, or a little different than that?
That's what it is. They dismissed the charges. I ain't on no parole or none of that.
Somebody got killed right there.
Well,
So they got that yellow tape. There ain't no homeless people right there.
we're gonna go ahead and run this red. This is extenuating circumstances. I'm out of here.
Oh no, that car flipped over.
Whole car flipped over. Still could have been shooting.
Hell yeah.
So, some people think that you are angry and bitter.
Yeah, well, guess what? They probably right. But I got the right to be angry and bitter. I lost my only child. But for those people who say I'm angry and bitter, I bet you got your child. And you probably only seeing it because you probably survived off of what happened to my son in the process. And you have an attitude towards his daddy because now his daddy's home.
So, is there power in the story? Like, if it's your story, but everyone else tells it and gets money for telling it, but it's your story, then what is the appropriate thing to do?
Well, the appropriate thing to do is all of them need to step up to the mic and give me apologies for using my son's name. And also, I ain't greedy. You might as well give me a percentage of what you got. Or give it to my granddaughter. Because it's her daddy. It's my son.
Well, so do you think that the city of Oakland is settled, or the filmmaker of Fruitvale Station, the funding team of that, would ever reevaluate and consider giving anything to you?
I feel all of them should. Not no one group, everybody. The city of Oakland, Bart, the filming. I ain't got nothing from none of them. So I feel like they should give a percentage up too.
Yeah. So what do you think happens with the Trayvon Martin stories and the George Floyd stories? Do people just make a bunch of money because it's a good opportunity, like the opportunists take that time and just cash in a sense? Or are they, you think we're going into an era where the families are receiving justice at all?
No, families ain't receiving justice. Because if first of all, let's go to my family. We didn't receive justice. How do you call a man fighting a case for 11 months and getting found guilty for involuntary manslaughter, and the judge slide him out the back door, give him credit for time served and release him? That ain't justice. And then Trayvon Martin case, no, they family ain't never got justice yet. And still ain't gonna get justice because of how the system is set up. And you let this dude get away with doing something? No. I don't care what he was, a volunteer or whatever he called himself. You still don't have the right to kill that little dude. And with George Floyd, they still trying to get justice. But also, all people doing is capitalizing off of Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. The people that's not their family is getting money off of all of us.
So how does that work? So they come when a death happens, they start nonprofits, they make a bunch of t-shirts, they make short films, and the family is not part of this usually.
Nope. And these people do it until maybe somebody may say, hey man, you know you can get in trouble for that. And it's true. You can get in trouble for it because you're using my family name, Trayvon Martin family name, and George Floyd family name just to sell shirts so that you can profit off of it. That's not good, but people do it. Along with when they was out here, when it first happened, you had a lot of people on board, and then things start shading away.
Yeah. You think any of it is like equivalent to COINTELPRO infiltrating the Black Panthers? Some of these square, nonprofit, family impacted, ineffective nonprofits that come into this, act like they're gonna help, but they really just collecting grant money.
No, they don't help. What they do is they come over, get on board, and then they get some money and they go.
Throw a couple rocks in some windows, light a couple dumpsters on fire, try to get on the news.
Bingo. That's where a lot of these people do. They benefit once they get on Channel 7, Channel 5, Channel 4, or Channel 2. The Bay Area News channel. To where they can tell the story that they want to tell,
And
how
act
they
like
created it.
Right, and act like it's hella true. Oh, we really made change in this era.
No. They can say what they may change in, but I'm living proof.
Hello?
I'm no different.
Right.
Huh? Oh no, I ain't here. I'm still in the car. As soon as I get to the house, I'm probably trying to get to almost to the house.
So,
Okay. So I get to. Okay. So I'm finna call as soon as I get out the car. I'm almost to the house.
we took some photos at the Impacted Families event. Damn. So the impacted families that are the actual family members of people that they're doing these movements around, they don't get nothing. Usually.
Well, I know this. I ain't got nothing. So for the impacted families that haven't got nothing, I don't know why they haven't got nothing, because all these other impacted families sure have.
Damn. So, do you feel like Oakland is revolutionary?
No, I don't. Hey, no, Oakland ain't revolutionary. Oakland is out of control. There's nothing revolutionary about Oakland except when it's time to come together, they will come together. That's what I will say about Oakland. They will come together. But right now, Oakland is buck wild. And I've been out in the streets with Keep the Town Clean, with United Players, with CRC, Kano Special Service, OPIC, and formerly incarcerated. So I done been out there helping clean up the streets, me and my wife. And you, my road dog, Slick, right here. We done all been out there cleaning up for free for a long time. And we still out here cleaning up. And the reason why is because Oakland does has to change. And sooner or later, it's gonna change.
So Barbara Lee took a liking to you. So you helping her campaign again?
Oh yeah, I ain't got a problem helping the mayor, Miss Lee. I help her campaign. She need to be there. You see what she doing? She getting the streets clean. She keeps her word. So I'm gonna keep my word. Yes, I will help her campaign. Wherever we gotta go. But everybody should know. This is the best mayor we done had, and I don't know when. And she not just for herself, she for us, she for the people. She for the youngsters, the kids, which that is a good thing. We even had them out there working with us on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, Oscar Grant documentary coming soon. So do you think that they would ever partner on a film?
I don't know. I done had words that year. Ryan gave me his word he will.
Partner on a film?
Yeah, he gave me his word he will help me on whatever project I got. Long as it's a legit project and it's right. And I got a project. And it's right and it's legit.
Yeah. Well, what about about Michael B. Jordan? You think he would be in the film? He got too many Oscars now.
Well, ain't no telling. He might want to be in it. I don't have a problem with him being in it. I don't have nothing against him. I don't have nothing against Ryan. I don't have nothing against none of them for doing what they doing, because they came from nothing and now they somebody. But you know, like people say, there's haters everywhere. No matter what you do in life or what you say, there's always going to be somebody that has something to say negative. So for you critics, they got something to say about what I'm saying right now to Michael B. and to Ryan, I wouldn't care what you people say. Because at the end of the day, that ain't y'all son, it's mine. And I just want to tell Mike and Ryan, hey, I give y'all the utmost respect. And I tip my hat off because y'all got Oscars and everything else. Keep doing what you're doing. But remember one thing, don't forget about me. We done talked a few times, Ryan, so it's time for us to talk again, bro. So call me. You got my number. I ain't hard to catch, and I ain't hard to find. And I ain't got nothing but love and respect. So let's get this together. Do things right.
That's it. Oscar Grant Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Taxi Podcast, episode 1. Don't forget about me.